Right then, let's show you some quick storage tips in Sapiens. So the first thing I'm going to say is start a sort of crafting production line. So what you're going to do is set up these stations here in a line, crafting stations, and then set your storage up off of them. If you want it nice and flat, so you can dig and fill in areas to make it higher or lower to get this nice and flat. So the way I've set this up is I've got right here like my large rocks, and then they knock them down into small rocks, and then you can start making stone knives. It's in that sort of order. Or you can have like your hatchet heads and then your actual hatchets in this production line right here. And then to the right of it you would have like your axe, your pickaxe heads, and then your pickaxes. So that's how you want to set it up. Here's like your spearheads and then your spears. You can have like branches. Right here's my like logs, and then they make them into branches, and then from the logs also they can make split logs. So that's how it's sort of set up. I've got my dry flax and then my flax twine, and then over here is just like bone and sand, and then on the left is my building. So on the left side is my mud bricks, and then like dry bricks, and then fired bricks, tiles. That's my building production. So you get where I'm coming from with this one. So if you wondered and didn't follow the tutorial, then to have specific storage you literally just click on whatever the storage item is up here, manage storage, and then see it says accept all. That'll be standard. So what you want to do is click on accept all and then scroll through, and then whatever you want in that storage is what you click on. And you have the sub things there, to the sub tabs you can untick. So if you just wanted large rocks and not like large red rocks and stuff, just untick large red rocks, and that's how you set it up. If you don't want to accept anything though, you can accept none, but just be careful and remember that you've done that, because nothing will be stored in there unless you then click a specific item to be stored again. So once you start progressing in the game, you will like unlock flint and stuff like that, and later on maybe even more advanced items when they add them. So say you wanted, I had flint there, so if you want flint pickaxes, then I'll make extra storage right here, and then click this, and it is set to pickaxes. Then untick stone ones, and then only flint ones will be added in here. So as your production line gets more advanced, you can just add more storage and then add more advanced storage like flint pickaxes and stuff like that. There's also like bone knives and maybe even, I think it was flint knives around there too somewhere. So yeah, just advanced storage. So this is covered like outside storage items. None of this has got any spoil timers on, so it doesn't really matter. But when you come to your food and that, I've stored and actually like, wow, I've stored everything inside a barn. I've made a barn, and this is where all the seed goes, like beetroots and raspberries, oranges, bananas, everything like that is all in a barn, the storage area. I've even set up flour crafting in here. So if you played Medieval Dynasty, then this idea sort of comes from that game. So awesome game as well. Check my videos if you actually want to get into that one. But this outdoor storage, this is classed as outdoor storage. This is actually, my meat actually went over, I had too much, so they started storing it here. So that's classed as inside too. This is outside, doesn't really matter, that's only soil. But any food, store it inside, it lasts longer. This is my kitchen area. So I've got this specific as well, so I know that's mammoth meat. And you can see, if click on it, if it's cooked and uncooked. There is actually chicken carcasses there, so I know, and there's an alpaca here. So I can quickly, at another quick glance, come over here to the crafting station and then get my cooks to butcher some alpaca and some chickens. So that's how we do it with the kitchen storage, and then they can literally just cut it up. It's all in this one area, it's nice and quick. So they get the job done quickly and get the food out to the people. And you also need some campfires. So I made 3, one for chicken, one for mammoth and one for alpaca. That's the 3 animals I encounter, and you can mix it up if you get more of one animal, of course. So you can just click on it or look to see what's cooked. You can even have specific like uncooked and cooked chicken and alpaca and that sort of thing anyway. But that's my kitchen storage complete. If you want to do something really far away, like I killed a mammoth and I couldn't butcher it, actually put it on the Steam page and got help. I kind of sussed it, not to brag, I sussed it before I got the help though. I didn't check it till a few days later. I killed a woolly mammoth, couldn't harvest it, and I realised you have to actually place storage near it because it's too far away. And then I actually placed a torch. This wasn't it, I'm just showing you this as an example. I placed a torch for night time so they can literally come here and butcher the animal. They won't butcher it if it's too far away. That goes for digging as well. When I set up my sort of quarries, like I wanted loads of clay, so I come over here. First thing I had to set up was storage. They just wouldn't come here. And then I transferred some pickaxes over. I'll show you how to transfer storage in a minute. So I set up the storage and then I set up their beds and that. Then transferred some pickaxes and stuff over, and then they just had some food, and then they started working out of the quarry, and then I built a little hut for them. Same as over here. But what I'd say is if you're gathering this much stone, not that I need this much, instead of them dragging it all the way back to base, build storage nearer so when they gather it they can just store it here. It's a lot quicker. So I've got 2 stone and soil and sand storage here. So if you're gathering too much stone or in this area, what you do is add a route and then you select route 1 to route 2. Now they'll carry this all the way from route 1 to route 2. This is just an example, but route 2 will be in your base. If you want all this stone to go to your base, you just click up here, add a new route, and then click route 1. That'll be the stone. This is removing it, and then route 2 will be at your base. So instead of them just plonking it next to the other one like I've done in the example, route 2 will be in your base. So that's how you set up your storage, your production lines, your kitchen, your harvesting sort of barnyard area. This is how you set it all up and how I've set it up, and it works amazingly well actually. So I appreciate every single one of you that subscribe to my videos and watch them to the very end. Respect to you lot. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Stay safe, stay entertained.